Welcome to the special Halloween episode of KRAM.
This week, we went to a local haunted house and looked behind the scenes, covered our annual Fall Fest, covered the RHS Band as they traveled to state competition, and died as the alien invasion fleet came to Earth.
All this and more in this week's KRAM. Wait, what? Invasion fleet?
Got one.
I can give you no authoritative information, either as to their nature, their origin, or their purposes here on Earth. Of their destructive instrument, I might venture some conjectural explanation. Yet across an immense ethereal gulf, minds that are to our minds as ours are to the beasts in the jungle, intellects vast, cool, and unsympathetic, regarded this earth with envious eyes.
Welcome back to KRAM. This is Cody Maverick.
And I'm Ricky Bobby, and for our annual KRAM fashion, all of our anchors today will die in an alien invasion.
Ignoring that and moving on, this week KRAM went to the Fear Complex, a local haunted attraction made up of 4 separate attractions.
Whoa, man. Hey, I can see my house from here.
Gosh, look at that ugly Kia Soul. Oh my gosh,
Hellscream is a haunted location that people love to go to every year. However, most people don't think about the effort that goes into it. There are multiple managers every day that have to prepare for this event, before and after.
What does that look like? A lot of work. That's what that looks like. We rebuild, redesign, and redevelop for about 9 months out of the year, and then we get into our human resources, getting our people together, all that kind of stuff, and we open for a whole 7 to 8 weeks to make our annual budget.
You know, everyone's haunt season basically starts right at the end of September. As the looks manager and other managers here, our season starts in August.
Depends on the day. Some days you have to repair a lot of things, other days you don't. Go through, clean the building, make sure lights work. The building took an absolute beating, so wall got torn out, stuff got broke. Actors get a little bit overzealous and break things, so you have to repair those.
What managers and actors do can look really different.
So I did pick a makeup team this year. I send people to whoever is available when they need the makeup done.
Yes, I've been doing makeup for years, and I'm on the Hellscream cast here, and I absolutely love doing it. It's another form of art for me, a way to express myself.
I'm all over. I'm the house writer, so I'm all over the place. I don't have one designated spot I stay at. One of my main goals as a runner is to try to prevent the group behind you from running into your group, and I'm literally everywhere.
Then I actually get the building, walk down the van, all the cone in, walk all the gates. Actually, physically got to shut the building down, so it's on a wireless system, so you can get off on the computer, but half the time it hasn't been working, so you have to physically turn everything off.
Even though it's a lot of work, it always pays off. Some of our students here that went to Rampart can tell you that.
It was a really good time. It's fun to interact with the actors and spend time with friends, especially in a situation like that, and going with friends is fun. There was one room with all these strobe lights, and it had a checkered floor. Yeah, it really messed with your senses there.
Managers and actors alike.
I love it here. It is simultaneously the most stressed, but also the most happy.
Oh yeah, it's the most fun I can legally have, period.
Oh, this is the best job ever. You get paid to scare people, and I get paid to do art.
I love it here. This is probably one of the most rewarding things that I can do.
Consider going to Hellscream or the Fear Complex next year, or maybe this next coming week. There is a Lights Out event coming up sometime in the near future. I guarantee you'll have a lot of fun. This has been Rogan Harris, signing off. for KRAM.
A special thank you to the staff and admin at Fear Complex for allowing us to film.
The annual Fall Fest was last Saturday, and many of our clubs and activities were part of it.
I've always wanted to see a cool alien death robot.
Why would you say that?
Because there's one right over there!
Fall Fest is an important way for Rampart to stay involved in our community and for clubs to express their creativity. KRAM went to see what goes into making Fall Fest.
So, Fall Fest is a Rampart tradition that involves our whole community. So it's not just the student body at Rampart, but it's friends, families. We invite middle school and elementary school feeders into Rampart to come through. Traditionally, there's a trunk or treat. There is pumpkin painting put on by the Ram Pride Club, and then there's lots of games and food trucks and just fun things to get people excited for the fall season. This year, however, we're moving the trunk or treat inside just to combat any weather. The last couple of years we've had some really cold days. And one of the cool things that we've started just over the last couple of years is the haunted house that comes from our theater department. They put on a really cool and very, very scary haunted house.
We asked theater what making the haunted house was like and what their job was.
So it's a long process just because we have to plan, we have to find where we can set up, we have to find where everyone can hide in the haunted house, and also just making it look cool and setting up. So I set up the haunted house, but I'm also a scare actor in the haunted house. So I get to hide in one of the alcoves or just a spot to scare people, and then I jump out in costume and get to just scare people. It's really fun.
We asked some of the students what setting up the event looked like and what their door decorations were.
For FCA, our door decoration is Jonah and the Whale. We're doing like Under the Sea themed. For yearbook, we did Disney princesses, so we all dressed up as different characters, and then we got a bunch of like castles and balloons and different like pink and purple decorations.
It's important to keep the kids entertained, so we wanted to know what the games they had.
Planning on setting up a game where you can fling a ping pong ball into a cup that will be in the whale's mouth. Yeah, so we set up a throne, we borrowed it from theater, and then put like some streamers behind it so that kids could sit in it and like take a picture like with the crown on their head.
Thank you for all those involved in this year's Fall Fest. We hope to see you there next year, Rams. This has been Vince Carpio reporting for KRAM.
Thanks to all the groups that helped out at Fall Fest.
Hispanic Heritage Month ended on October 15th.
There were several groups at Rampart that celebrated.
This is the first time all day I haven't seen any aliens around.
You really should not have said that.
Hispanic Heritage Month has recently wrapped up. Mr. Kennard, one of Rampart's Spanish teachers, as well as students, shared more about what Hispanic Heritage Month is.
Well, Hispanic Heritage Month, it's pretty big around the nation. It's the time of the year, it's a whole month that we celebrate Hispanic culture, what the Hispanic population has been in the history of the United States. We just celebrate everything that embodies culture.
Se representa diferentes culturas y tradiciones que diferentes países tienen.
Hispanic Heritage Month is just celebrating those of, well, obviously Hispanic heritage, but I think it's much more than that. It's pretty much just us claiming back our roots and really getting recognition for whatever it has we accomplished and just having pride in who we are.
Students also shared their favorite thing to celebrate during the month.
Mi cosa favorita es que todos estamos juntos, podemos compartir diferentes culturas, bailes, vocabulario, comidas.
I just play like games like Boy Scouts with my parents, or I just like make more Hispanic food. Like, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, so in my house we make like pernil, or like empanadas. Like, we just really celebrate who we are.
Que todos podemos convivir juntos y hay una gran convivencia entre profesores, alumnos y podemos conectar algunas cosas de diferentes culturas.
Finally, Mr. Kennard shared why it's important to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
I think it's very important to celebrate it and to make sure that the students in the school are aware that we're all connected through our cultures. It's not only the Hispanic culture, right? There's a lot of cultures within the school.
Overall, Hispanic Heritage Month sounds like a lot of fun. This has been Malcolm Debates, reporting for KRAM.
Thanks to the RHS staff that supported the event.
The Rampart Regiment competed at the United States Air Force Academy Stadium on Saturday.
Tiernan Caps has the coverage.
Receiving the Wayne Winners Championship Trophy and this year's gold medal is Colorado's Class 4A State Champion Band with a score of 87.65. The Rampart High School Band.
The Rampart Band competed in the Colorado Bandmaster Association state competition at the Air Force Academy last weekend, winning first place for their amazing performance. The preparation process was long and difficult.
For me, it's not personally difficult to prepare, but I think the most difficult part is making sure that the rest of the band is prepared logistics-wise.
It's pretty rough. We have a bunch of extra rehearsals and a lot goes into getting ready for your competitions in general, but especially state, because it is the largest competition we do.
State's always been difficult to prepare for, even though we've been rehearsing for 4 months. You know, it's all the way down to the last rehearsal. You got to work hard, and if you do, it shows up in the performance.
It's definitely more of a mental challenge this year just because we are currently ranked first, but there are a lot of bands who are really close, so we have to just keep working hard.
I would say it's kind of difficult. I mean, we just have to lock in on our performances and practice well. You don't want to be messing around.
The band has been practicing for months, starting this summer and continuing until the competition.
Season started in the summer, around when mini band camp started during May, around then, so it was the end of last school year.
We have 2 days of just getting our music, meeting everyone because we have a lot of new members, and then just learning the basics of marching band, and then we'll have a couple small rehearsals, and then in August and July we have our 2 weeks of daily rehearsal to get ready for the season.
Each member had their favorite movement.
My favorite movement is probably fourth because it just usually has so much energy and it's just really fun.
In our show, probably second movement.
I would say probably part 2, the romantic flight. I just like the way it sounds. I would say it's pretty cool.
My favorite movement is probably movement 2, where there's the saxophone solo and we play the Kingdom Dance from Tangled.
For the show, it'd probably be our final movement, the parting glass, because it's just feels so impactful and very energetic, and it's really fun to see everyone so happy at the end.
Mr. Acuntiez and Mr. Altman were a big part of the band's success.
We just practice over and over. We keep doing it until they feel like we're ready to prepare for state, in a sense.
Our teachers have helped us get ready for the event by, just running reps a lot, making sure we're all doing everything together, not messing anything up, trying to clean up everything as much as possible.
They've been constantly making us want to get better and staying focused, so that has really helped us just have a good attitude for the entire season.
They give us a lot of good advice from when they did marching band and their experience. They also make sure that we can have input with each other and we get time to work on things.
The competition was fierce, and bands from across the state brought all they had to the competition.
All of the bands that are in 4A that are competing at state are performing throughout this week to kind of give us a general idea. We know that it's going to be a really, really strong production, really, really good show.
The band created lasting memories of their first place finish. This has been Tiernan Caps reporting for KRAM.
Congratulations to the band for their state performance and finishing the season last night at the football game.
Yesterday, costumes were worn all over the building.
It's a creative way to have fun on Halloween.
I heard the invasion fleet took out our satellites.
When did they do that?
Right now, I just heard it.
The trees begin to grow orange and a gentle wind beckons through the leaves. It's officially fall, and that can only mean one thing. Halloween has come at last. Let's see some of the creative costumes at Rampart this school year. Hi, so what is your costume today? My costume is the girl from A Bad Case of Stripes.
And my costume is Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer.
I am Loki.
I'm an angel. I made it kind of like a weeping angel because I wanted to make it more interesting.
My costume is the man, the one and only, the Joker.
Excuse me? Guys. As Lindsay Lohan once said, in Girl World, Halloween is the one night a year where a girl can dress up totally crazy and no other girls can say anything about it. Girl or not, why might somebody choose the costume that they did?
I chose it because I thought it'd be unique and like cute, and I wanted to try something different this year.
I chose this costume because my little sister chose his little sister in the anime, and she asked me to dress up as her older brother, so I figured why not.
I was originally going to do the Velocipaster, but my dad decided that was too niche and decided to help me with this one, and I like it a lot. So
I just chose it because I love having multiple costumes for Halloween. I think it's really fun to dress up, and I already had most of the stuff and all I needed was wings. So
I think he's like dead or something. Whether you trick or treat or some other mysterious third thing, Halloween activities are to die for. How are the students of Rampart spending this holiday, and why is it so important? Let's find out.
What I like to do is mainly go house to house, ding dong ditch, run away, scare people.
I like to trick or treat. I'm almost a legal adult, so I'm gonna just like keep trying to trick or treating until they stop giving me candy.
From Loki to A Bad Case of Stripes, all costumes are recognized here at Rampart. This has been Zoe Tortorice reporting for KRAM.
Oh, hi there. I'm not Bob Ross. This is Stu Corner. Nothing on the school-wide end, but Student Council would like to formally thank everyone for their participation in the events that we've set up, and we hope to see you at many more upcoming. All our anchors have either been killed or taken, or worse. I suppose my time's end is as inevitable as theirs. Although I can't help but think, even in my final moments, Carl Sagan once said that the Earth is a very small stage in a vast cosmic arena. And yet the ripples we've sent out into that vastness have brought us the answer to that pending question. Are we alone? And now we know. I have one final message to anyone listening, even our barbaric invading alien friends. Make no mistake. Only happy little accident. Oh, it's been a pleasure and an honor cherishing our pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known.
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight. That grinning, glowing, globular invader of your living room is an inhabitant of the pumpkin patch, and if your doorbell rings and nobody's there, that was no Martian, it's Halloween.